Hey, welcome to our channel. Welcome to the video, and let's learn some cool stuff.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes.
All right, guys, welcome to Monday again. So it's the last week of leg lock. So I really just like the last two classes. I taught stuff from like X-Guard or from Saddle. So today we're going to do a really cool leg lock, and we're gonna start the beginning part on how we entered the saddle the first time. Except for we are not gonna go to saddle. So we're gonna start in single leg X, and then we're gonna make we'll make our transition to our reverse X. So single leg X, you guys again, just remember, I really want this ankle in my armpit, you guys. If it's down by my hip, it's really super hard for me to lift my hip. So just a reminder about that. And when I'm in my single leg X, you guys, my inside leg, I always want it touching either butt cheek or in the middle. I don't ever want it hanging down here, because that's just asking, he's just gonna pass my guard. He's gonna push that down and pass. And my outside leg, you guys, heel is on his hip, toes turned out. And I'm thinking about if I could pinch my knee, or take my inside knee all the way to my ankle if I could, okay? And my knees are above his knee. So this is a really solid single leg X. So now what I need to do, you guys, or what I want to do, is I want to get his hands on the mat. And I want to make him heavy on his hands so I can make his far leg light. And how we're going to do that, you guys, is I'm going to drop my outside leg onto the ground. I'm going to drop everything down, but I'm keeping my middle leg here. And as soon as I do, I'm going to bridge, kick his butt, and I'm going to block this leg from him being able to step. So where we want to block it is above his knee. Don't block down low, okay? So as soon as I come down, you guys, I'm bringing that foot, and I'm bridging into him, and I'm bringing his hands closer to my head. If he goes really far away, he's heavy on that far leg, and I don't want that. So I want him right here. Now, from here, you guys, I'm taking my leg that's on the ground, I'm bringing it underneath my middle leg, and I'm going to bring it in front of his far leg. And how I'm going to change my angle, because I'm facing him directly. I want to start facing the outside leg. So I'll just pivot in there and get it in front. Stand up for a sec. And turn this way. So you guys, check it out. I want my hook above his knee. I don't want too close to his thigh, because that's me trying to lift up all his weight, and that doesn't work. I just need to really get this leg up, and this helps to lift it, especially when he's light.
And it fits there, guys. You'll feel it. When you put it right above the knee, your ankle will fit around their knee. You'll feel it snap into place.
So keeping their hands on the mat, right? And you guys, keeping their hands on the mat, we can also, just a tip, I can take my free hand, and I can press in his armpit to stop him from being able to walk back. So now from here, you guys, I'm just going to bring my knees to my chest and put my heels in the sky. And I'm not letting this leg fall in right now. I just want you guys to get right here, just to get this leg up so you guys can feel it. So again, just right here. I start my single leg X, you guys, and I'm getting prepared to block that leg, because I'm going to drop down, I'm going to bridge and kick, and I'm bringing his hands close to my head, keeping his weight on his hands. Now, look, I'm just going to pivot this leg that's down to like right above his knee. And how I'm going to do that, I'm just going to bring it behind my leg and in front of his leg. I'll post on his armpit, bring my knees to my chest, feet up, flex feet. Just like this, you guys. I didn't let go of the wrap on the trap leg. You guys want to do that just a couple times with your guys' partners? You can say no, but you're doing this. Yeah? Pretty easy? Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy, guys, yeah? The reason why we stopped there is because some of you guys that are familiar with like how we did the entry to saddle, you can go to saddle right there, but we're actually not going to. We're going to go for a knee bar. So it's going to be a couple different things we need to do to go for this knee bar instead of going to the saddle. So just put your hands like, yep. Okay, I just kicked him, whatever, right? Got to my reverse X. So once we got here, you guys, when I go for the saddle, I'll grab this ankle and I'll sit him up, right? And I overhook this ankle. This time, you guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna underhook it. Now, this middle knee is really important, you guys. I need to actually shoot this all the way through, and I'm gonna triangle my legs. You guys will see. So I underhook, and look, I'm gonna get that triangle Now, I'm gonna sit him to his hip. Okay, so I landed here, you guys. But I let go of my triangle, which is fine, because when we do our knee bar, I wanna make sure my heels are in his butt. I'm doing a hamstring curl. But before I even think about that, I need to think about his leg being able to, his foot being able to rotate. If he can start to rotate this, he's gonna be able to get out. So as soon as I land on my hip, you guys, I'm putting my head on top of his heel. So now if he tries to turn, and it doesn't even matter if this leg came out. If I have my head on here, go ahead. No way, right? So this is super important. And then the finish, you guys, is super duper easy. So look, I have my nice hamstring curl. I'm making sure I'm above his knee line, right? I can't be too high up on, or too low on his leg. And now all I'm gonna do, I'm keeping my head right here. What I like to do is I like to just go ahead, grab the heel with my free hand, and then get a rear naked choke grip. Now, I'm gonna pinch my knees, curl, do hamstring curl, and I'm just gonna hip into his leg. It's already super, super tight. As soon as I do this, a lot of times you guys can feel like, because it takes the slack out, that you feel it already get kind of tight, right? Okay, cool. So again, I'm here, awesome. Look, I underhook. I'm reaching for that underhook. I shoot my knee through.
Yep, there, I turned a little bit.
Okay. I would have had my triangle. Okay, so look, I can let that go and I just make sure my heels, everything's pinched. I'm doing the hamstring curl and my head's on his foot. Now look, just grab the heel, pinch everything and hip in. You guys, so without his leg, like I said, even if that one comes out, it's fine as long as you guys are making sure he can't turn. But when I'm doing this without the leg, you guys, I'm just hipping in and arching my back. I'm not like turning my chest towards the sky, just hipping into it. Yeah? Is that pretty easy, guys? Do you guys need to see it again, or you think you got it? Pretty good? Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3.
I live my day